Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing? I hope that this time the chat is recorded because apparently, whenever I stream, no one has ever come by. Well, some of the people has actually come by, but it is never like the chat has never been filled. So I can't really say that because there are people who actually here that is watching and have been leaving some comments, some reply on the chat. And I want to say thank you, but it just not at the point where I want to share that because it just in that category. Like it's there, they're here at some point. Okay, wait a minute. I'm going into my browser, and sometimes the internet is not no, not the internet. The connection in my laptop is not great, so they cannot process both. So wait a minute. I want to see if the chat is recording because I found why it was not recorded in the first place, and I want it to be recorded now. So hey, my cats are in my room, so they are going here and there. Don't do it. Don't do it. Ah! Ah! Wait a minute. Okay, we're back. Hopefully. So I don't know if the chat will be recorded or not because I can't really see it. But I have set it up to be like recorded, so hopefully by the end of this stream, we will see how the chat is going. But I expect like not many uh, things going on in the chat. But if you're here, if you're watching me live, let me know. Type number 8, and it's gonna be fun if you are here. So I want to ask you some feedback about the things that I just said. If there is something that is aligned with what you have, or anything else. So yeah, let me know if you're here. Type 8, the number 8, in the chat. And if you are watching a replay, let me know if you're watching a replay too, because it's really fun to know that this thing is helping people, that it's reaching people out there, and I just want to say thank you. So today we want to talk about procrastination because I have been dealing with procrastination since 2020 in a different degree because I want to do my work. This is a bit annoying. Okay. I want to do like my online work since 2020, but I didn't know then. And then I kind of know how, and then I become overwhelmed to actually get things done. So I stopped by 2024, 2020, 2024, 2022. I stopped everything and just like, okay, we are not gonna actually like show up in for the people that we want to work with, and we're just going to see how much can we build up this excitement, passion, the things that can make our work a bit easier to do. And I get to a point in 2026 where I'm like, oh, the feeling is here. Oh, the feeling is here. And I want to experience how it feels like to actually share my work. And that's the story about why I eventually waited 4 years and then coming out of my shell in 2026. Even though this year is actually the enemy year of mine, which is like I'm a rat in 1996, and 2026 is the year of a horse, and it is not a good year to start anything new. But considering that I have been trying this since 2020, which is the same year as me, which is the year of rat, and I don't think like that's gonna be a problem. But also like in my chart, there is a horse is actually a very beneficial sign for me that I need to take risk and all that stuff. And also like my online work, it's not about something fun, enjoyable and all that stuff. It's more about like how can you take pressure off of yourself and start doing the things that you want to do, which is essentially what I'm actually doing right now. So that's the key of why I essentially took the chance to leap in the 2026. There have been some setback on why I actually don't want to do it. But then I'm like, you still can do it. And then here I am online in front of you, in front of everyone else, showing up in the way that I never been before. And yeah, so how to know that you're ready for a change? In my procrastination, there are things that I know that the finish line is I want to show up in such an excitement, such a commitment, and certainty that I'm here for the things that I'm here for. And that certainty is built up. So here's the thing about me is that I tend to not necessarily collapse time, but stacking one of another to like get into that point of like, okay, right now. Okay, right now. So I've been waited until it is feeling like 100%. Because if it's like just a small gap of me not wanting to do things, I can lean into that instead of the things that I want to do. So that is why I choose to not do it the year before. And I just do it this year because that is particularly why. Because I have that switch really flimsy, really wobbly to, okay, we actually don't, we don't want to do it. We just like lean into fear and just like, run away. But then I get to feel it. I've been stacking, I have been anchoring so many keys, so many points in my journey that we can lean into this, we can lean into this, we can process this fear with this. So the healing period is taking a while because I have been broken myself up to such an extreme that I cannot go on knowing that I have so many parts that needs some attention. So I took that time to pay attention to that side of me, and essentially it keeps building up. What do you call it? There is a word that someone out there use that I am following, that do compounding. So the word is compounding. So you compounding your excitement, the positive energy and everything that is about your journey, and just being so out there and feeling like we have compounded until like 67%. Now it's 82%. We are just like, okay, we cannot wait, but it's still like 95%. We still have 5% more to actually wait until like yes, a fucking yes, now 100% yes. And in that moment I stop procrastinating and I'm just like, go with it. Because my own identity is that I am not working on this by my own. I'm also like working with my guides, with my spirit team, with my every coincidence in life that led me to say yes to everything that is about to come. And that in itself is something that I never heard anyone else talk about, because they only talk about you can create your own reality, but they never talk about every other coincidence in life that leading them to actually do the things that they are about to do. So what I mean by this is actually how you think are being influenced by other things. What you choose to watch, what you choose to read, how you choose to say your word, how you essentially exchange frequency, energy, moments, experience. And that is an accumulation of how you going to do your next thing. And I get to a point where I stop watching that, I stop doing that, I stop doing that. I'm only going to focus on this, and I start compounding from that time, knowing that what I have been building are not going to sustain me in the long run, because I know that it doesn't fulfill me in the way that I want my dream to come true. So I stop everything and I start to build from zero again. Essentially not zero, because nothing is built from zero at this point. But it's just that the excitement itself, the feeling of the positivity itself is something that I need to rebuild within me. And I get we just got disconnected.